Hey everybody, Rojo here. As I mentioned, I am going to do this character creation in a separate video, and that is this video here. So let's take a look at what we can do. I have played around with this a little bit, well, it looks good. I don't know. I feel like you can't make things that are quite as heinous as some of the other Souls games, but we're gonna see what we can accomplish here. First off, we only really have two options for bodies. Like, we can't even, like, select a level of fatness or thickness or, anything like that. Like, even Dark Souls back in the day had more options than this. We can choose an animation style. For this guy, I don't know if it much matters. Maybe we'll belay that until later. Our character's also a bit more vocal than in the previous games. It's really limited to just grunts and yells, but I guess we'll go for that one for now. Now let's get into the real meat of the customization here. We've got a ton of different presets that we can select from here. So that you can get creative. You can do some stuff here. But when it comes to like actual facial shape, I feel like the options are pretty limited. Like, you can still make a decent looking human, but you can't make a ridiculous human, structurally speaking. But anyway, we're not going to select a preset. Let's start with, I guess, let's just get rid of this hair. For starters, a bunch of different hairstyles. We'll look at those later. I want to be able to just look at the face to start with. You know what I mean? So, let's just turn all this stuff off. And no decals or anything. So that's looking like a good start. So for face, we've got a few different, like, these are kind of like presets as well, I guess, to get you started. I think what I'm going for, maybe you go with something like that. And, yeah, maybe that one, I don't know. We're going to be skinny face, big face. Then we can change the depth. I guess we'll go with something like that. We can always tweak it later. Eyebrows, many different eyebrows. Ooh, we could have none. No eyebrows. How does that work? We can still change the ridge on our eyes. I don't know, let's just go to the extremes and see what happens. Whoop. Surprise. Angry. That's usually what those equate to. We'll come back to the eyebrows, I guess. What do we have for eyes? There actually is some pretty good eye customization, I will say that. Let's see. What are we thinking here? This guy just looks like a little annoyed / tired. Let's go with, yeah, that one's interesting. I think I kind of like this one. And then, yeah, when I said eye customization, like, yeah, you can make some pretty cool looking eyes. No doubt about that. You know, like goat eyes. A little hard to see the pupil with the shading and everything in place. It's like a cat eye, demon eye, I guess. It's just like a big old fat eye. I think let's start with this and then we'll see how things look. It can be highly glowing. That might be good. Let's just move those a little closer together, shall we? Move them up, move them down. See, like, I wish there were just more extremes for these. It would be a lot more fun. Let's see. Depth. Sure, get him in there. We've got like a big old caveman brow. Kind of. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Now, if we change the secondary color, is that just the pupil, or is that something else? It's kind of hard to tell. Doesn't seem to do much on this particular kind of eye. Maybe if we do that. Well, yeah, no, it just doesn't do anything. It must be because of this, maybe? It's a little... Okay, yeah, you can kind of see a bit of a difference there. There's like a little bit of extra shininess in there. On that particular kind of eye. So, does it actually work on this one? It does, I see. The brightness was just too low. Okay. That makes sense, I guess. Do all kinds of stuff. And there you go, now you can see the goat eye a little bit better. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I think I prefer a more human-like eye, even though these are like way big retinas or whatever. So let's figure out what we're gonna do for a color here. For this particular character, go with like super magenta eyes. It's kind of drowy, I feel like. Not really quite what I'm going for. I think we need to tone down the saturation. I'm looking for something pretty bright. What about yellow? I think I'm kind of liking this as a starting point here. A little brighter, maybe. If we can get just a little bit more color in there. I think we'll go with that. Now, what about our secondary color here? Yeah, you can see like kind of like little red spots in there, which is pretty cool. Like, I don't... Nobody's gonna be looking at this, really, but me. But, I still feel like spending some time on it. Actually, that kind of looks good. Like, the dark spots in there. I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. I like that quite a bit. It's worth noting you can also randomize, but, you don't get really all that much in the way of ridiculous combinations, unfortunately. Ears, I don't really care too much about the ears, honestly. We're gonna be wearing a hat a lot of the time anyway, I assume. I mean, you can turn it off, the helmet, that is, if you prefer. But I probably won't. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, I guess. Depends on what kind of hats we get, I suppose. We have some big old Dumbo ears if we want. Kind of, I've never watched the show, really, but it kind of reminds me of, was it Deep Space Nine? That one alien guy. You guys know the one. I think, yeah, have those a little higher. And what is the depth actually doing for me here? Just moving them forward and backwards. I don't really know where your ears should be. Whatever. I don't know. Do we prefer the backwards angle? I think I sort of do. a little bit like that, maybe. Is there a better shape? It's definitely an interesting one. Can we see any earwax in there? Don't think so. Yeah, I think I'll stick with these ears. I like those just fine. Alright, nose time. Always a tricky one. First we gotta find a shape that we enjoy. Do a big old nose. I kinda imagine this guy having a skinnier nose. So to that end, I guess, why don't we start here and do that. And then maybe we can make a better decision here. That one's not too bad. Actually, it looks like that dude's got like a. It's like his nose got broken at some point, maybe a little bit. It's like off to the side. I don't know if that's a normally occurring thing or what. That one's not bad either. That might be a little bit too skinny. I think I like this one. I'm gonna go with this one. What are we doing for height here? What is that? I see. You can give us a huge amount of lip or not. I think I'm gonna go with not. Then depth is just how far it sticks out. Big nose. Little nose. I think we'll have the depth be in more or less, and then the bridge. What kind of slope are we looking at here? Big old crook nose. Yeah. That's not too bad. I think I like that. We'll go with this nose here. How about a mouth? I think I'm looking for. See, like you can't really do too terribly much with the mouth. Like normally you'd be able to make the lips like super huge or super tiny, change like the smile and all that kind of stuff. But doesn't seem to be present here. I think I might go with this one. That might be the one that we started with. Let's see. Width. Big width. My teeth are starting to come out. I don't think I think I prefer something smaller here. What is our depth gonna do? Yeah, something like that is fine. I've also got teeth, for what it's worth. It's a little ridiculous. A whole busted up mouth. Those like vampire teeth, I guess. Can't tell if those are supposed to be like silver teeth. I guess so. A couple gold, couple silver. And then just missing a punch. I feel like that's probably the most realistic for the setting. Like, how many toothbrushes do you think they have in medieval times? I don't know. I'm guessing not too many. Like that one even looks really similar. Almost looks like he's got rabbit or a rabbit mouth. I think I'm gonna go with that one. I think that one looks the best. Let's see, cleft chin. What is a cleft chin? Oh, butt chin. Yeah, of course. I don't know. We'll probably have some facial hair, so it won't matter. But sure, we'll have a couple cheeks. No, width is not what we want here. Skinny face. Make it bigger. Yeah, no, that looks bad. I think maybe probably don't want to go more than like right there, maybe. Depth. Maybe want that to stick out a bit more though, like that. Let's bring it down a little bit. Yeah, I think like that is fine. Cheekbones. Highly pronounced or not? I think I kind of prefer them not. Again, may not even matter once we do facial hair. So we shall see. Let's look at decals before we do anything crazy here. All kinds of different stuff. Bit of a shame, I guess, for the ladies that you have to choose between makeup and like face paint. Well, I guess it's all the same in the end, though, to some extent. But like, why can't I have that plus lipstick, right? Yeah. Kind of interesting. But I'm not sure any of them are really what I'm looking for. Maybe something more subtle like that would be okay. But yeah, as for the rest of them, I'm not so sure just yet. What else? Got scars and stuff. Yeah. Oh, and like actual deliberate patterned scarification as well. It's kind of interesting. Not really what I'm looking for. I guess we can have a little scar right there. May not even ever be able to see it, but we'll put it on there. All right, let's get to the hair and facial hair options here. You know what? I actually probably prefer to do facial hair first. There are a few different mustache options. What about beards? My clothes are kind of getting in the way a little bit, which I guess is going to be an issue no matter what, because I'm always going to be wearing some kind of armor, most likely anyway. You get various levels of sideburnification here. And we could do something like, I see, so if we mix something like that with something like this, then we get a full beard. It's kind of clever. I get it. Might try something like that. And for a mustache. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I want that one. That might be kind of interesting. Let's try this. We'll deal with the color in a bit. Actually, I might want to zoom out a little bit here. All right, let's check out the hair situation here. We'll deal with this color later as well. Let's just see what we've got. Hair just looks wild and all over the place. The stereotypical priest haircut. The mop top, I think, yeah, is what it's called. Yeah. That one's sort of appropriate. I think that's maybe intended to be more of a lady's haircut, but nonetheless, it's close. Yeah, I don't know if dudes usually get bangs, really. We could be so pretty. I actually almost think I might go with just bald. Straight up bald. That one's not bad. That one's not bad. But a lot of these, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think I just, the character we're going for, I think I might just leave him, leave the shiny dome unspoiled. All right, let's see what we can do with the skin here. This is something I haven't really played around with at all. Got quite a few skin tones here. Let's start with that, with this one. Let's see what happens when we mess with the tint. We can also adjust age. Haven't really messed with that either. Can be super duper old, relatively young. I see. We can be fat-faced, but not fat-bodied, unfortunately. Let's try something. Something like that. So now this is like your one opportunity to get real wild with things, I feel like. I don't know if this affects the tint or just overrides it. But there you go. You can be whatever. We could be in the Blue Man group if we want to. How about that? Yeah, I don't know about that. What if we tone down the saturation? We could just be flush, I guess. Tone down the brightness. So let's see what happens if we, I mean, if you really want to, you can go full Shrek. I know that's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna do it for sure. Or Green Martian Man. But that's not this playthrough. That's not this guy. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about going red. Team Red here. PS5 does have the RDNA 2 architecture in it or whatever. Or we could just go like ghost white. If we go maybe a little bit more this way. Could be like sickly looking almost, a little gray. think I actually kind of like that right there. Yeah, I think we'll go with this. Now what happens if I change this? Oh, I see. Yeah, so it does actually affect the bass tone by the looks of it, I guess. But I'm going to stick with what we've got, I think. It doesn't look too bad either. It's a little more like greenish though. But yeah, I think I like that. So now let's deal with our facial hair situation. And mess with these colors a little bit. So again, we've got like various saturation options and brightness. We can have a very bright beard if we want to. Just ridiculously so. There we go. Something a little bit more old man-y. We go a little more blue though. Or green even. Nah, I don't like that as much. What about blonde here? I guess with the saturation up that high, it doesn't really matter too much. I think this is it. I think this is what I'm liking right now. Let's just come up here and double check our mustache situation. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. And then sideburns. If we turn that off and we turn that off. Nah, that's not what we're looking for. Could do something a little shorter on the beard side. Like that. That doesn't look too bad either. But I think... yeah, I think what I want is this right here. I think this is going to be our guy. So yeah, that's a look at the character creation. When we come back, well, I guess we'll be in the next episode of the series, but yeah, I guess that's literally it. We'll be in the next episode of the series. Somewhere past the tutorial, I would imagine. Somewhere in Boletaria.